Today, I'm going to be showing you how to set up OpenManus, which is kind of like an open source alternative to Manus. And, Manus is incredible, but OpenManus can basically achieve similar things without an invitation code, right? And one of the main questions I've been getting across all of my videos about Manus is how do I get access? How do I get access? And this is an easy way to kind of get very similar performance, but you can do it offline, you can do it locally, and you can do it right now, instantly. I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up step by step, how to get access, and I'll show you how to get the SOP and everything else, right? So first thing you want to do is you want to go to OpenManus, which is available on GitHub, and they have these simple instructions. Now, basically what they've said is, we've basically set this up because everyone needs an invite code for Manus. Obviously, it's not fully ready to go out yet, but I'm going to be testing out and showing you how you can set it up step by step today. If you want to see an example of what this looks like once you've set it up, here's an example right here. So this is running locally as OpenManus on my laptop. And, for example, we can just get this set up and ready to go right here. So if we go over to the AI Profit Boardroom, I'll show you how to get this set up step by step. And so what we're going to do is inside the SOP section of the AI Profit Boardroom, link in the comments description, you can just get the instructions right here to set this up. So for example, if I have already set it up inside terminal, like we have, we can grab this, we can say python space main.py, then we can enter our prompts. So let me just grab an example prompt from the AI Profit Boardroom. I'm going to grab this one right here, and then we'll go back to terminal, and we'll say build an SEO cost calculator in HTML and preview it in Chrome, right? And what that should do is start running the agent. I'm just going to zoom in here so it's easier to see and understand what's happening here. And this should start implementing it. Now, the cool thing about this is it's kind of like connected to many different tools, right? So, for example, and I'm just going to open this up. So it literally coded it like almost instantly, which is crazy. But we've got the code back here, and it's created the preview inside Chromium. So the AI agent has coded the tool, figured out how to build it, and then it's literally come back to us with a HTML preview, and then run that inside terminal. And we have the SEO cost calculator built and ready to go. Boom shakalaka. Let's just check it actually works. So I don't want to get too excited here. So I'm just going to put number of keywords 10, competition level equals low, and then duration we'll put 10, and yeah, works beautifully. Look at that. Just created a AI agent that codes and builds websites and then deploys them, and we're ready to go. We're living the dream, right? And all we had to do was inside OpenManus, we just said build an SEO cost calculator in HTML and preview in Chrome. So it's amazing how easy and powerful this is. Now, if you want to set up the API key, you can use OpenAI, or you can get a free one. So if you want to get a free one, and I'll show you how to set this up from scratch in a second, but if you want a free API key, then you can just go over to grok.com. Grok.com give away free API keys. Just go to the dev console and log in directly over there. The other option that you have is you can go over to Hyperbolic. Hyperbolic are pretty generous, and they give away some free API keys as well. Along with, I think you get DeepSeek as one of the free APIs. You get Mistral as well. So you can use these API keys and then plug them into OpenManus as well. Right now, OpenManus is still super powerful. Like you can see, it does its magic straight away. It's not going to do things at the same level as Manus AI. So Manus AI is just insane, right? I built this sales page for our custom GPT service this morning. By the way, if you want sign up for this, just comment below, I'll send you the link. But basically, I built this out with like one single prompt this morning. Look at this. I said just do this, and then it built out a whole landing page using Manus, designed it, deployed it. It's even got the payment link. So if you click on this, it goes straight through to a payment link where people can sign up for the service, like you can see. And it looks better than all these other landing page designers. This is a really nice design. Wrote all the copy as well, coded it all out. So Manus is still superior, but if you want to get as close as you possibly can then OpenManus is pretty cool. So you don't need to wait for an invitation, right? Everyone who's saying, I need to wait for an invitation, you don't need to wait. Like, just get OpenManus, install that, right? And if you want to know how to install it, let me show you exactly how to do this step by step. Again, it has to be inside the AI Profit Boardroom. But if we open up a new window here, and then we'll grab this, right? So we're going to set up Conda, first of all. So let's open this up. We'll paste in that instruction like so. That's going to offer to create a new Conda. We're going to type yes when it says, do you want to set up the new environment? So we just press Y and then enter. And then we'll say proceed. We'll say Y and enter, right? And that will just start setting up the package, right? So if we open up the terminal here, I'll zoom in for you so you can see what's happening here. So it's activating this environment, all right? Once you've done that, then we can git clone and command open Manus. So let's click on that. All right, I've already installed it, so it's not going to install it for me because we've already set that up previously. Then we're going to pip install the requirements. So let's grab that. And that should start installing step by step. After that, you do need to set up your API key. So if you want to set up the API key, just type in the config prompt like so. Then step 5 is to set up this as well, nano config. Once you've set that up inside here, you're going to press Control and X, Y, right? And then you're going to press Python main py, like so, right? And that'll just run this step by step. Now, you do need to make sure that you have the API key plugged in. But once you've done all of that, then you're going to see something like this. Like you can see, we've got the agent ready to go, all right? Now, inside here, you know, we could say, for example, okay, Google the latest price of Tesla stock. Hopefully this should work for us. All right. And then this is linked directly to our browser. So it can do like browser use. You can start searching the web. It can start, you know, opening up Chromium and everything else, which is pretty wild. So you can see it's doing all of this. And yeah, we'll just wait for that to load. So it's going to go off. It's not as fast as Manus AI as you can expect. Like Manus AI comes with the UI as well, which is much nicer, to be honest with you. But it can still do like browser use and everything else. All right. If you get stuck in a loop, then what you can do is you can press Control and C to end it. All right. So press Control and C. That will end the loop. And then you can just Python space main.py. Run that again. And you're good to go in that. All right. So it's super powerful. I mean, it is pretty impressive what you can do. I'm just going to close this and open it up again so I can show you from scratch exactly how we set this up. All right. So if we open up terminal here, we'll set up the conda. Then we'll git clone. One sec. I have to press conda. It's going to ask to set it up. We're going to say yes. Then we'll say proceed. Then it's going to start installing that step by step. Then we'll clone this like so. We'll pip install that bad boy. By the way, I cannot code. Like for anyone watching, if you're worried, okay, you know, like how do you do this? How does it work, etc. I can't code at all, but I can set this up, right? And if you get any problems along the way, what I usually do is screenshot it, paste in the GitHub instructions directly into Claude, and then just troubleshoot along the way, right? That's an easy way to fix this as well. So if you ever get stuck or if it's not working, etc., then just take a screenshot, plug it into Claude, plug in the GitHub instructions, plus copy the whole terminal conversation, and then from there you can use that to start, you know, generating the solutions, right? Because like everyone's laptop is different, everyone has different dependencies installed. You know, some people here might be using Mac rather than some people might be using Windows instead of Mac as well. So yeah, that's it. And then quite often this bit right here, it takes a while to set up. So you see how it's just like got a little square there. It's going to take a while to come back to us, and now it's finally come back to us, right? So we set that up nicely. We've installed the requirements. Now we need to set up the config. So We'll plug that in. Then we're going to nano config that bad boy, like so. That's going to open this up. And you see here how we have to plug in our instructions. What I usually do is I put this into a Google Doc and I just delete everything inside the terminal and then paste in the stuff from the Google Doc, right? So for example, if we press, I think it's Control and K, we can delete everything inside here, line by line, like you can see. So I'm just going to delete all of this stuff. And then I'm going to grab an API key that I'll delete in a second as well. So let's grab this and we can just paste it in, right? So you just insert your API key right here. I'm just going to grab that from another setup that I have. 1 second, and then I can copy and paste this in. All right, so let's do that in 2 secs. In the background, obviously I'm not going to show my API key directly on a live stream. That would be a bit mad. So I'm just going to grab this. 1 segundo. All right, we've copied that. And then I'm just going to paste this customized nano configuration for the LM configuration with the API key inside terminal. So I'll do that on a separate window. And then once you've done that, press Control X and then Y to confirm it and then enter, right? Once you've done that, it'll be confirmed like so. And then all we need to do from here is just run my Python main.py, right? Like so. And look at that. It says enter your prompt, right? So you can see exactly how to set it up step by step. Pretty simple and easy. So you see where it says enter your prompt. That's where we're going to enter it. And then again, if we take that prompt we actually did before, let's grab it like so. Build an SEO cost calculator in HTML and preview it in Chrome. We'll copy that. We'll plug that in. Hit enter. And we'll wait for that to load. Fingers crossed it actually works. And yeah, it's pretty wild. You can do this so easily, so fast and easy to do. It's an autonomous AI agent. Obviously, if you told ChatGPT to do this for you, it's not going to work. Whereas this works, perfectly almost every single time. So that's basically how you can do it. We could say, for example, okay, what's the price of Tesla? Google it for me. Check if that works. I think it's still just completing the previous task. And again, if it ever gets stuck or anything like that, you can just press Control and C and then run it again on Python. Like so. So for example, here we said Google the price of Tesla. It just did it right there, grabbed it from Yahoo Finance, boom shakalaka, we're in the game, we're ready to go, right? And yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, the fact that you can run this locally, you can run it offline if you wanted to. You can, for example, run this with, I think you could probably run it with a llama as well. I've not tested that out. You can get a free API key from Grok. You can also test a free API key from Hyperbolic. You don't need to wait for the invitation code from Manus, and it can use computer use as well. I think also you can set up the Claude API key directly inside here as well. I'm just using OpenAI to keep things simple, but that's basically how it goes. So step by step, you don't need to worry about, waiting for an invite code. So every single person who's commenting and asking for an invite code across any of my videos, you know how to do this now, right? And it's pretty simple and easy. So that's basically it when it comes to setting up. Now we actually have a lot more to cover, but I'll come on to that in a minute. And yeah, I mean, let's test this out as well. So I'm going to go into, I'll show you why this is so crucial, right? So for example, if you're building a project out with OpenManus, right, and it's offline, and we'll compare this versus Claude 3.7 Sonnet. So I pay for the premium package on Claude 3.7 Sonnet, And if I say to Claude 3.7 Sonnet, which is awesome for writing code and everything else, but if I say to it, right, Google the price of Tesla stocks today, number one, it can't use computer use directly inside the chat. And number two, it doesn't have access to the internet, right? So it has a cutoff point to October 2024. Whereas you can see previously, this can, number one, do computer use inside the terminal. And number two, it is connected to the internet. So it can just go off and it can run and that sort of thing. So it's a lot more autonomous and it's better for problem solving. Let's try something else. So, I mean, for example, if we say, okay, code and SEO calculator locally and as HTML and open in Chromium for me. We just have to make sure we have it running. Let me type this in for you. Like so. And you can see it's just going to go off and do that, right? Now I'll show you an example of why this matters and what involves. But basically, you'll start doing this locally. You'll start building out. You can see how it actually has access to my laptop as well. So it's going through, you know, users, Julian Goldie, OpenManus, SEO cost calculator, HTML, etc. And then, yeah, that's ready and built out. All right. Pretty nice. So pretty cool right there. You know, other stuff as well. So for example, if I say, okay, research Julian Goldie, we have to run the Python again. So we have to, it seems like we have to do this every time, to be fair. So if we say research Julian Goldie and information about him, it's kind of like a executive assistant that can just go off, right? So you see how it's looking at LinkedIn, it's doing a Google search right here. It's looking at my Twitter, for example. And this was really, really fast at implementing it. And then it's also found like all the details about me, etc. It's actually gone straight to the website as well. So it's opened up the website. It's looking at information right here. And then it can just autonomously just go off and do that research, right? Like, and you could do this, you know, for your competitors. You could do it for deep research. You could, for example, you know, if you were looking for like specific mentions of your product, I'm pretty sure it could do it, all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty cool. And then it's gathered all the information about it right here, right? And then, you know, you could go off and like create a website based on that research. It's also found like even my school community profile, that sort of thing, Udemy, LinkedIn, Twitter. So it can scrape like the first page of Google and use that for information. Like what it could also be useful for is like if you're creating content and you want to analyze your competitors, you could say like just Google my name and that sort of thing, and we can just go from there. So yeah, pretty simple and easy to do, and doesn't take a lot of time at all. So that is exactly how to set up OpenManus. Now, if you want the full recipe for exactly how to set up, and if you need any support, like a few people needed support on how to set up, etc., like you can see right here, and you can see the whole community helped Antonio set this up. So if you want help like that and support, you know, you can post and you get access to 446 members inside the community who you can access for help inside the AI Profit Boardroom, right? Link in the comments description. Also comes with all my best workflows on like email automation, social media, AI agents, web automation, AI trends, SEO automation. All the Q&A recordings are here as well. So every week when we do a Q&A, this gets recorded back. And if you want to join them live, just join inside the calendar, like you can see right here. And additionally, if you want to get access to all my best recipes, by the way, this is updated and upgraded daily. So, you know, the cool thing about the AI Profit Boardroom is like the value is just constantly expanding. It's always improving and always getting better. So if you want all of this information for setting up OpenManus, if you want, you know, we've got a 3-hour course on how to use Manus. If you want to learn how to build anything with it, all our best AI agent workflows. I mean, these are all the updates just from March. And then if we go to February, you can see all the updates we made in February too, right? So the value in this is absolutely insane. We're trying to make it like the best AI community in the world, and I think it might already be there. And additionally, if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session, feel free to book that in. Link in the comments description. And one-to-one, we can show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 business a month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot without Facebook or Google ads, right? And basically on this call, you're going to get a free custom tailored link building plan, discover the secrets SEO link building, answer any questions you have, learn the best link building strategy for your site. And also, this is all based on what's working for us and our happy clients, like you can see right here. So feel free to book that in. Link in the comments description. Next up, I'm going to show you some interesting stuff. So make sure you keep watching because this was just one part of 3 parts of this live stream. So we'll keep going now. All right. And the next thing that I want to show you, this is going to be super interesting. I wonder if anyone's interested in making money inside, with Manus or with OpenManus. If you are, make sure you keep watching, all right? And I'll run you through some of the best strategies for exactly how to do this. Now, whilst we're doing this, let's have a look. So Pratush says, amazing, man, but can we set up OpenManus to integrate with our local files? I think you can. Brian says, waiting for the invitation, then just set up OpenManus because that's a good alternative. What else we got here? Timonachi says, how would you suggest to edit websites over and over in Manus or Grok? Is there a better way to edit websites after made? Yeah, so like if you want to edit websites, this is what I do. I actually create the website inside Manus, and then from there, I'll get it to edit it, right? The other thing that you can do potentially, I haven't tested this out, is you could probably give it your WordPress login details and then get it to edit the content inside there. Now, that is a risk, obviously, because you've given an AI your login details and you're giving the software your login details. And that's why I prefer, if I'm going to edit a website, I'll create it inside Manus and host it on the Manus subdomain and then use that to build out. Like you can see right here, this is a website we built out this morning using that same process. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's keep it rocking and rolling now, peeps. What we're going to do now is talk about how to make money with Manus. All right. So let me go back to the SP section. I'm going to go over to Manus, how to make money with Manus AI. All right. So today, we're going to be talking about how to make money with Manus based on what's working for us, right? So you can see, for example, we actually created this AI automation service landing page using Manus, as you can see right here. And then this links directly to our payment link, like you can see right here. The other thing as well, this is something I created on a live stream the other day with Manus AI. And you can do this with OpenManus if you check out my other video on how to set up OpenManus. So either way, you don't need to wait for an invitation code. You can make money either way. But if we go over to Google here and we type in AI Profit Boardroom, you find a website ranking number 2 for my target keyword that's also generating money, right? So when people land on this page, they click this button, they buy the AI Profit Boardroom, and then we make money. And this is a completely AI generated website with a completely AI generated video, right? And all the copy on this page is generated with AI. And it was also coded and hosted with AI, really simple and easy to build, and is set up so that we can make money and generate money with it, right? And so if you want to build something like this, let me show you how we built this website step by step. So I'm going to find the specific page, and there's many other ways to make money with Manus or OpenManus if you don't have access to Manus AI already. But if we go over to this prompt over here, basically what I said inside Manus AI was research Julian Goldie and his AI Profit Boardroom, right? So basically when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you have a product to sell. Now, if you don't have a product to sell, you can just ask Manus to help you set that up, or I'll show you another interesting way to do this step by step as well. But essentially, what you can do is you can say, okay, research Julian Goldie or whatever your product is, whatever you're trying to sell. And then you include the link to sign up so that Manus, when it's building out this website, knows exactly what to link to and how to link to it, etc. Like you can see right here. So this links directly to the CTA, which makes us money. And then you're going to say, okay, don't include any prices because you'll probably update that later and you don't want to have to keep updating Manus every time. Write the copy like Alex Hamosi, include plenty of social proof. And then if you have a video sales letter or any testimonials you want to embed, just ask it to do that too, right? And this will create like a money-making website. Genuinely, like this website that we're showing you made us money, right? And it's pretty easy and simple to set up. And it's also ranking on Google like I showed you as well, right? So to do this, you just get Manus to create the website. Now, the beautiful thing about Manus is, number one, it's connected to the internet. Number two, it can actually deploy the website or give you the website files to host and download. And number three, it writes the copy using Claude. So its API is Claude, which means that it can write the copy really nicely. Like Claude is the best for sales copy, and also designs it super nicely, like you can see right here, right? And so if you want to build like one-page money-making websites, like you can see with this page right here, then you can use Manus to do it. And the prompting method is really, really simple. I'm actually going to take that prompt and I'll plug it into the AI Profit Boardroom inside here. So let me take that prompt. If you just want to copy and customize it to you and your business, let's plug that in. And any of the prompts that I use today, I'll plug inside the AI Profit Boardroom actually for you. But yeah, that is prompt one for a money-making website. And the cool thing about Manus as well is, like, if you don't like what you see, you can just go back and forth with it, right? So for example, if we scroll down here, I did give it some changes. So I asked it to like remove anything about beta prices. Instead of the existing testimonials, use these images, right? So once you quality check it and have a look through it, then you can improve it and update it. And if you don't like what you see, then, you know, you can go back and forth with it until you do get what you see, right? And so that's really simple and easy to do. Doesn't take a long time. And yeah, you can easily create this stuff step by step. Now, the next method that I'd recommend is documenting your journey whilst using Manus, right? So there's a full SOP inside the AI Profit Boardroom on how to make money with school, right? So if you type in school inside the AI Profit Boardroom, you'll see a full section on how to make money with school based on what's working for us. And what we do essentially, you know, across YouTube, across Medium, across, for example, YouTube as well, is we're just documenting everything that I do with Manus and all these other tools, right? So whether you're using OpenManus, whether you're using Manus AI, whatever you're doing, like if you document the process, you get a lot of attention because people want to learn how to use this stuff, right? So for example, like a lot of our Twitter posts, they'll get thousands of views. Like, so for example, let me open up this one. This video right here, just posted it yesterday, literally just the same video as YouTube. And it got 16,400 views in less than 24 hours, right? And then people DM us, they'll ask about your services, they'll ask what you sell, and then you generate money that way, right? The other cool thing as well is, like, when you set up the documentation, whether that's across YouTube, whether that's across, you know, the tweets that you're creating, however you're sharing, how you're using this AI, if you have a community that you're building, for example, like we have the AI Profit Boardroom, if you have a community like this where you can direct people to go there and learn about this stuff, then, you know, you can make money that way because people will pay to learn from you, right? Especially if you're offering, for example, like we offer weekly Q&A calls, we have a classroom of all of our best SOPs, etc. When you document what you're doing and then you send people to a community like school, it's pretty simple and easy to set up, right? What I'm going to do is I have a tutorial inside the SEO Elite Circle. And if you want to see like the full tutorial video on exactly how we set up school, let me grab this and I'll plug it directly into the SOP section. So I'm going to add this link inside the documentation here. So if you want the full video tutorial on how to set up school communities and make money with them, it's right there. Just click on that link inside the AI Profit Boardroom, right? But essentially what you're doing, let me break this down. So this is method number 2 for you, is you're getting attention by documenting what you do. In fact, let's take a step back here. You're documenting everything that you do, whether that's via blog posts, whether that's via video, whether that's via tweets, etc. Then you're getting people's attention, right? So you capture people's attention. And then from here, to turn it into money, you want to have like some sort of community, right? I would recommend school or somewhere where you store all of your best videos, all of your best courses, all of your best SOPs. Maybe do some weekly Q&As. You have a community where people can interact with each other. And that's like a really simple 3-step process that anyone watching this can do, right? Starting today. Like all you have to do is record your screen or create a blog post about how you're using AI. We use Descript personally, but if you want a free video recorder, you can use OBS Studio as well. You capture everything and you just explain what you're doing step by step. Like the crazy thing about this is you don't even need, for example, to show your own face. So I'll come on to this later, but you can create like avatar videos. For example, like this video right here, this is not me. This is the AI version of me. Got 2,400 views. And again, that makes money too. The other thing as well that happens when you're documenting the process, and I'll show you our YouTube studio and how much money we make, is just for sharing this content, you can monetize your channel and make money that way. So you can see, for example, like Monday, March the 10th, we made $537 in one single day just by sharing what we're doing and you know, showing the world exactly how this works step by step. So you can get paid in ad revenue and that sort of thing as well. If you're wondering, okay, like, don't you need a monetized channel to make money with YouTube? Well, I can show you how quickly and easy this is to get set up, right? So for example, if I have a look over the last 90 days, right? So we started posting on this channel. You can see here, we started posting on the 29th of December. And then we started making money by January the 23rd, right? So we started posting videos in December and making money by January the 23rd, right? And so that's how quickly you can start making money. If you're documenting the process of what you do, posting videos online, sharing it, etc., it's pretty simple and easy to do step by step. Now, loads of people are asking me for an invitation code. If you want to set up, if you want to get access to Manus, but you don't have an invitation code and you're waiting, just set up OpenManus. You can see here, we've set up OpenManus. You can scroll, if you're watching the live stream of this, you can scroll back. If you're on my main organic version of the channel, you know, if you're watching this back later on the organic version, then just check out and search Julian Goldie OpenManus on YouTube, and you'll see the tutorial video of how to set up OpenManus, right? So either way, you don't need to wait for an invitation to Manus. You can just set up OpenManus, which is very similar and very powerful, right? So yeah, that's how you can do this step by step. So step number one, you can, for example, build money-making websites that direct traffic to your funnels. Step number two, you can document the process, and then you can create a school community around what you sell, right? And you know, if you're just getting started, you could even make it free. And then once you get some confidence in setting up a community, sharing everything that you do, building an audience, then you could always make it paid later, right? So that's two different ways to make money. The next way as well is to start making money by attracting a lot of attention and then monetizing your content. So whether that's on YouTube, which, you know, I've shown you, you can get monetized within 60 days. That's what we did for our Julian Goldie AI channel. And also on Twitter as well, you can make money too. So for example, just last month, we made $300 in one single month just by tweeting about what we're doing and showcasing how we're using Manus and AI and OpenManus and all these other AI tools. And, you know, if you love this stuff, then why not share it with the world? Why not, you know, record what you're doing and sharing it with everyone on the world, right? That's pretty simple and easy to do. So yeah, step by step, that's 3 different ways to make money with Manus. The next method is you can actually, let me share this step by step. Yeah, so the next method is you can actually sell like AI services on Fiverr or Upwork or even directly, right? So for example, if we go into my Upwork profile here, let's wait for this to load. So on Upwork, we've made over $1 million across all our Upwork profiles, and you know, got amazing reviews as well. We've got 100% job success score. And basically what we're doing here is we're selling services, right? So we're selling services about SEO and AI automations and that sort of thing, as you can see right here. So you can see all our 5-star reviews. And essentially, if you want to start selling a service, it's really easy to just set up a profile on Upwork or set up a profile on Fiverr.com. and you can sell AI automations that people will be really interested in, right? So, for example, for us, like for my own business, I started off by doing this for my own business, and then we started selling this as a service, is creating custom GPTs. Now, some clients, they might spend like $1,000 on a task that they can automate with AI if you can do that for them. And so, for example, like this AI SEO Dominator, this is like a SaaS product we created where people can create content with it directly, right? And the power of that is that you're automating a task for a business, then you're selling it on Upwork or Fiverr.com where people are interested in this sort of stuff. And it's very easy for you to set up. I mean, we have tons of videos on YouTube showing you how to set up custom GPTs. And if you do this as a service for other people, then it helps them, you make money, and you start making money just by applying the knowledge that you're already passionate about, right? I can imagine if you're watching this channel, you're probably passionate and interested about AI. And so selling the service is kind of like the next step, right? Selling an AI automation service. Now, if you want some ideas on like the right services to offer, how to set up a high converting Fiverr gig, how to apply for jobs, etc., there's lots of information inside this SOP, as you can see. But yeah, it's pretty simple and easy to do. And I think from what I remember, within the first 30 days of setting up a Upwork profile previously, when I first got it set up, I landed our first client within 30 days, right? And they were paying $1,000 a month. For Fiverr.com, the first time I set up a Fiverr gig, I actually got a sale the same day, so less than 24 hours later, right? And so all you would do is just create a gig about AI automation, set that up on Fiverr.com. You can also see what other people are selling as well. So if we put in AI automation here, we can see what people are selling. So for example, I will build a AI powered blog or a SaaS product. I will design AI automations for your business. I will set up a make.com automation, like all this stuff, AI automation services that you can easily do and easily set up, right? So for example, if we go back to this page that we built previously with AI, like you can see, this page built with AI, like if you did this for a business and it makes some money, of course they're going to pay you good money for it, right? It's a really good service. It actually looks better than some freelancers that I've hired for building out funnel pages. And if you use AI or Manus AI or OpenManus to generate this, then it's really simple and easy. Because, for example, you can create the content with the tool. You can personalize it to the business. You can design it, you can code it, and you can deploy it. Even you can deploy it on Manus.space and then sell that as a service to the client, right? And if you're helping them, if you're creating value, and if you're making the money with these sort of websites, then why wouldn't they pay you, right? Number one, you're saving the time. Number two, you're making the money. So it's the easiest way that you can start them getting set up. So yeah, that is method number 4. So just to recap here, let's talk about the ways that we've talked about making money. So number 1 is documenting your journey. Number 2 is creating tutorials. Number 3 is creating school communities. And number 4 is setting up an AI automation service, right? And all these things you can do with Manus. So for example, inside the classroom, right? If a client comes to you and they're like, okay, how do I automate my emails? Like, I want to pay you to automate my email funnels, right? Which is something that a client actually came to us last week with. Well, we actually have like tons of training here and templates that you can use. And all of this knowledge that you're learning inside the AI Profit Boardroom, you can actually sell as a service to clients, right? And they'll pay top dollar for it. The same, for example, for, Twitter automations, short automations, AI avatar videos. Like, you can do that for your own business to make money, but you can also sell that as a service to other people, right? So for example, how much time would you save a business if you set up an AI avatar that could create videos like on command, right? Probably hundreds of hours. And so you could easily sell that as a service to clients using the tutorials inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And that's an easy way to start, getting tons of clients via AI automation service. So 5 different ways to make money right there. Additionally, one thing I would recommend as well is also looking at creating like lead generation methods that can land you clients as well, right? So for example, if you're a freelancer or you're an agency, you can actually build some really cool tools using Manus and then use these as lead generation methods. So as an example of that, we actually built like a local SEO directory that's going to rank on Google. And then using that process, like you see right here, we can rank on Google, we can get traffic, and we can use that to start generating clients, right? So if we come onto this website, let's say this SEO directory ranks on Google, and it's like, right, find the best SEO agency in your city. And then let's say, for example, people are looking for an SEO agency in New York, and this website pops up. Well, it's sending traffic to our funnels, like you can see. So this directs people to, as a recommend for Goldie agency, sends people to our funnels, and we automated the whole directory, all of the content, the whole website design, etc., using Manus. That page doesn't work. We need to get it fixed, but you get the point. And so you can really use this as a powerful way to get more clients by creating these lead generation websites, ranking them on Google, and automating the whole process with Manus or OpenManus. So really powerful stuff there for making money. That is method number 6. I don't want to overwhelm you with tons of money-making methods, so I'm going to stop this section of the video right here. But essentially, if you want to learn how to do all this stuff, just check out the AI Profit Boardroom. It comes with an awesome community of 445 members. You can ask them for help. You can see all of the posts inside here are just getting... This is crazy. I'll show you this in a second. But like, you can see every single time someone posts, like they're getting the support, they're getting the help they need. And that's what this is all about. It's all about, helping each other achieve more. So for example, this is funny as well. So Rick posted, Julian is everywhere. Please delete if it's not allowed. Like, Julian is being quoted in LLMs as an authority, right? So let's check this out. We're going to open this up right here. So yeah, you can see here I'm being quoted by LLMs. So this is like AI generated content, and the AI recognizes me as the expert in this niche, right? And who do clients want to hire? They want to hire people who are the experts in their niche. And so just by being everywhere, whether you're automating video content with AI, whether you're, for example, posting multiple platforms using AI or SEO automations, whether you're using email to generate clients, if you're everywhere, you're going to land more clients, and also the LLMs will recommend you as well. So pretty crazy stuff right there. So if you want to get all of my best automations, workflows, SOPs, all the SOPs from today on how to make money, etc. with AI, feel free to get that. Link in the comments description to the AI Profit Boardroom. And also, we have weekly Q&A calls here. So if you want to ask any questions, you can just jump on the weekly Q&As, ask any questions that you have. And if you can't jump on the Q&As, then you can actually watch them back here in the Q&A call recording section. So really awesome there. And if you want a free one-to-one SEO strategy session, feel free to get that. Link in the comments and description. On this one-to-one SEO strategy session, we'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 business a month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales on the multiplier, like you can see right here. Feel free to get that. Link in the comments and description. And next up, we'll start talking about Gemma AI, right? So Gemma is the new update from Google. And it looks pretty interesting. So I'm just going to pull this up for you. Literally just came out yesterday. One second, let's pull this up. Grabbing the links for you. So actually, I've got the notes inside the AI Profit Boardroom. But if we open up these links right here, Gemma is basically a new API that just came out from Google. So they literally just announced it on March the 12th. I know it's still March the 12th for a lot of people, so pretty much just came out today. And this is announced as the most capable model you can run on a single GPU or TPU, right? And so there's a few different versions of Gemma, but this is Gemma 3, which is more like a lightweight version of the models built that power Gemini 2.0. Now, you can actually run this locally. I'll show you how to do that in a second. It's also available in like multiple languages. You can create AI itself. So you can create AI with like advanced text and visual reasoning capabilities. And you can also test out online. But you can see how it's performing here on the chatbot arena ELO score. So I'll show you the leaderboards in terms of the LM arena in a second. But essentially, you can see here that it's actually just behind DeepSeek R1, but it's outperforming DeepSeek version 3. And what's crazy is it's actually outperforming ChatGPT o3 Mini, which is wild when you think about it. So this is a free model and it's super lightweight, whereas you've got o3 Mini being outperformed by it, DeepSeek version 3, Llama 3, Mistral Large, and Gemma 2 all being outperformed by quite a way by Gemma 3. Now, I always take these benchmarks with a little bit of a pinch of salt, but you get the point. And we'll run through some of these examples. So let me pull this up for you right here. So yeah, that's the other thing as well. It's like multimodal, right? So it actually has vision, which is pretty useful. So you can like understand, for example, like this is a picture of, looks like an aircon remote. And obviously it's in, I think it's in Japanese or Chinese. And so you can like take a picture, upload it to Gemma 3, and then based on that image, it can just translate it for you. So it's actually in Japanese, yeah. And then if you want to get access to this locally, you can get that set up with Llama, right? So if you go to Llama over here, you want to make sure you download Llama, then make sure you have this running. So we're just going to open up Llama. So you can see it's running in the top right here. So we've got the icon for it. And then if we go over to the model section, the most recently uploaded model is Gemma 3. So you've got a few different versions of it. You've got, for example, 1B, 4B, 12B, 27B. Right? Obviously, 27B would be the most powerful, but it's also a really big model. It's going to require like a lot of power for you if you're running it offline. And I'll start with the really basic one, which is the 1B method. You can also use this online. I'll show you that in a second. But if we copy this, then we're going to go over to terminal. And then from here, we're just going to paste in Llama space run space Gemma 3 1B, right? And so what that's going to do is start installing it for us, like you can see. And we can just wait for that to load. In a minute, we've got a couple of questions here. So Sandeep was asking, I got hit by the core update in December, how to recover. Feel free to book an SEO strategy session about that or join the SEO Elite Circle and we can help you. And people asking how to get Manus AI. Just check out my video on OpenManus or watch the live stream. So why is that not working? This model is not supported by Llama. Maybe I need to upgrade Llama. So I'm just going to do that right now. Let's log in here and we'll download the latest version. Might be able to have to upgrade it. But that's useful to know as well for the sake of this video, so that you can understand if you've already got a pre-installed version of Llama, you just need to get Llama 3, it looks like. So we're going to open up that, make sure you got it downloaded, move it to applications. Then it's going to start installing it. And then we just have to run through the install section. And then we'll copy this. And hopefully that works. So if we go back to Gemini now, instead inside the models, we'll grab the terminal command for 1B, grab that, go back to terminal. Hope that works. Is that all? There we go. Look at that. Should be working. All right, let's test this out. So say, what model are you? And it says, I'm Gemma, a large language model. That is really fast as well. It's so lightweight. All right. So for example, say code a HTML cost calculator for SEO. Look how fast that is for AI running offline. Bear in mind, this is like some of the best technology in the world. It just runs locally for you like that, so quick. That's absolutely awesome. Here we go. All right, let's check this actually works. So grab the content like so. And then we shall copy that. Let's preview it. Preview this bad boy. All right, we'll go over to liveweave.com. This is like a really good website just for previewing HTML. And we have the HTML ready to preview like so. Boom. Wow, that was easy, wasn't it? I don't know if it's actually going to work. We can test it. But pretty easy and simple to set up. I don't think it's not the best design in the world, honestly, but that's using the 1B model, right, which is pretty basic. So that's how to install Gemma locally using 1B. You can go all the way up to 27B. Honestly, for most people, I assume that's not going to work very well, but I haven't tested it, so maybe you can test it out yourself. And then if we go to LM Arena and the leaderboard here, we can see the new leaderboards for the LM Arena, and Gemma is performing pretty well here. So you can see here, Gemini is just right up there with Quen 2.5 Max. It's ranking joint 9th, along with O1 Preview and O3 Mini High. Now, bear in mind, like O1 Preview and O3 Mini High, really powerful reasoning models. And also, you can't run these locally, right? So you can't run, for example, O1 Preview on Olama. Whereas, for example, Gemma 3, like you've seen today, you can install it, run it locally, pretty powerful. That's a 27B model, but still pretty cool. And then if you want to test this out, you can go to aistudio.google.com and you can switch between the different models. So you can see here, Gemma 3, you've got the older versions, so like Gemma 2 as well, but we'll stick with Gemma 3 27B. And then let's test this out. So I'm going to say, okay, code and SEO cost calculator in HTML for me. Make it beautifully designed. If I can still, and then we'll hit enter. And again, this is free. All this stuff is free, which is pretty awesome. And you can also get a free API as well. So if you want to get a free API key, just go to get API key inside aistudio.google.com. Pretty simple and easy to do. Wait for that to load. And if you want to know, like, okay, you know, what are the key benchmarks? What do you need to know about this and stuff like that? So I actually got Perplexity to do a deep research on this. And essentially, it has, well, number one, it has 128K context windows, pretty good for an offline model, for a localized version. You can see the differences here. So, for example, if you install Gemini 3 1B, it can only read words. 4B, read words and see pictures. 12B, read words and see more pictures. 27B, do everything pretty well. All right, we like that. And then let's go back and see what we got here. So let's copy this. Plug it in. We have the cost calculator. That actually looks a lot better than the 1B version, and it works perfectly, like you can see. So you can create tools with it, pretty simple and easy. But what I'll actually do, I want to test this out, is I'm going to take this prompt that we used inside Manus and just see if it works inside Gemma 3. So let's plug this prompt in, which is Virgin Gold's agency, create a landing page, here's some testimonials to insert, etc. Code it out and see how it compares versus the custom GPT page. Now, if you want to see an example of what the Manus output was like, let's pull this up. So we've got the subdomain right here. And then we can compare this page, which is built with Manus, versus the outputs from Gemma 3, and just see how it performs. So it's writing the content here. I actually quite like the content that's writing, like stop doing work, let AI do it for you. Look, you're busy, you got a business to run. So I like the fact that number one, it can code it, but number two, it can actually write like pretty good copy. Honestly, that's going to be better than most freelancers that you hire, unless they're using like the prompts that I use for sales copywriting. And then it's building it out like you can see. One thing you got to be really careful of here is like, you see how inside here is like Julian and his team are absolute wizards. They built a custom GPT that's already saving me hours per week. So you got to be careful because like quite often when you're building out sales pages with Gemma 3 or any sort of other AI, it will hallucinate testimonials. And it's a nightmare for that. So you got to be really careful of that. And I should have included that inside the prompt for this particular page, but you can always go back and forth with it later. We'll grab the preview in a second as well. By the way, if you haven't already tried this, you can also stream real-time inside AI Studio. And that's pretty cool because inside AI Studio, that means, let me terminate this. That means that you can, for example, like share your screen, talk to the AI can see everything you can. You can kind of use it like a personal assistant. So let's grab the HTML from here. We'll plug that in. And that is not bad at all. Look at that. I mean, it's probably not as good as Manus, but it's pretty decent. It's embedded the testimonials as well, which is nice. Obviously, you would get rid of the fake testimonials that it's written for some reason. And then if we click on that, does it take us to the right link? Absolutely. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can actually take a screenshot of it now with Gemma 3. So we'll grab the screenshot, copy that image, and then from here, we'll go over to Gemma 3, we'll paste in the image. Oh, it doesn't support images. Look at that. That's interesting. I thought it was supposed to be multimodal. Maybe you have to upload a file. Let's grab the screenshot. So I'm just going to go over to desktop. Nah, look at that. It doesn't support images. I thought it did. I thought it was supposed to. Maybe it just doesn't on this version of things. So that's good to know as well that you can't. But yeah, I mean, I like the design of the website and that sort of thing. Let's just go back here. I'm sure it said multimodal. Yeah. So it was saying like it's got multimodality here, integrated vision encoder. But it doesn't seem to work directly inside AI Studio. Maybe it's just inside the chat directly. Interesting. I wonder if we go to, is that going to be available in Gemini as well? Should be on the paid plan for Gemini. Can't see it in there. So it's not built into Gemini, but it is built into AI Studio. And then also, of course, you can get it on Olama as well. I think also, if I'm not mistaken, you can try it inside the LM Arena. So if we go to Arena Direct Chat, and then from here, we'll type in Gemini. All these links are inside the AI Profit Boardroom, by the way, if you want this stuff. So we'll switch to Gemma 327B, as you can see. And then can we insert our image here? Yes, we can, my friends. All right, so that's how you insert images inside Gemini. So just go to Hugging Face or host it locally, and then from there, you can start using it. And then I'm going to say, okay, redesign this page so it looks more beautiful. See the image attached. And then I'm going to grab the code from Liveweave. Let's grab that code, go back to LM Arena, and I'll say improve and rewrite all this HTML so it looks more modern and sleek. Look at that, text-only model. What are we talking about here? I don't know whether maybe it's only the local model, but it doesn't seem to work inside LM Arena, and it doesn't seem to work inside AI Studio as well. So maybe, I haven't tested it on the local version, but it seems like that multimodality is promising isn't working from what I've seen so far. Interesting. Or maybe it's only the API. Maybe it's only the API that you can use that. But from what I've seen, mixed feelings about that. All right, let's see what it comes back with on the redesign in a second. Some people are asking, like, is Gemma 3 as good as, as using, for example, like Manus? And I would say no. So, for example, if we compare side by side, this is the page from Gemma 3, like you can see. So this is the landing page, and we'll compare it side by side. So let me pull up the window right here. We'll close the whiteboard down, and then we'll open up Manus. All right, so if we compare what we got back from Manus, like which landing page would you say is better designed? For sure it's Manus, right? Now this is actually using Claude's API, and I think that's why the content is much better. But if you had to compare Manus versus Gemma 3, I mean, this is not that bad, but it's not great. Whereas if you look at the design from Gemma 3, it's more interesting, it's got more colors, it's got animations on the buttons for the CTA, which is where we want people to click and pay attention to, is nicely designed for responsive, really easy to read. Even the copywriting is nicer. So for example, what's a custom GPT? I don't think that's as good as what can your custom GPT do for you, with a nice little emoji right there. And then even like the icons, right? So if we have a look here, in the here's what you get section, you can see how it's nicely formatted. The icons here, it's got some nice copy. It's very benefit driven, whereas this is super basic. This is just like some bullet points with a basic emoji and really basic copy there. Also, the content on this page right here is a lot more in detail and comprehensive, whereas the content inside Gemma 3's output, not that interesting, not that great, right? We'll give it another stab at this. So we've got the HTML back from Gemma 3 right here. So we'll copy that and we'll see how it performs. Let's go back to Liveweave. Here we go. And honestly, not that much has changed, right? In fact, it's actually deleted the CTA button, which is where we wanted to send traffic. So honestly, Gemma 3, nowhere near as good as Manus or Claude, but it's exciting that you can run it locally, which is the difference, right? You can't run Claude locally. You can't run OpenAI locally. You can run an OpenManus, which is okay, but it's not as good as Manus AI. But yeah. And also Gemma 3, if you're using it inside AI Studio, it doesn't seem to be able to accept images. The same with LM Arena. So yeah, there you go. That's the full breakdown. If you want all the links to it and all the resources, etc., it's inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Just go to SOPs, scroll down, and then go to Gemma 3 here. We also have some sections on like a full Manus AI course. It's like a 3-hour course in there. And also all my best AI agents, tons of workflows, agents, AI automations, an awesome community of 447 members. You can ask for help at any time. And also you can jump on weekly Q&A calls with us. And if you can't make the Q&As, then you can join the Q&A call recordings like you can see right here and just watch them back, right? So all of the call recordings, you can watch them back and learn from them as well. And we just add into this every single day. So every single day, this is getting updated with the latest technology, the latest, workflows and everything else. So feel free to get that link in the comments description. And if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session that shows you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 business a month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot, feel free to get that on this free link building acceleration session. You'll get a free SEO domination plan. So you'll get a custom tailored link building plan to generate more lead sales and profits. You will discover the secrets of SEO link building. Answer any questions you have one-to-one. Normally, you're going to pay a consultant for SEO about $1,000 an hour if they're decent at what they do. We give this away for free, link in the comments description, and you'll learn the best link building strategy for your website to get you more leads, customers, and sales to your site based on what's working for our clients and our happy customers like you can see right here. Feel free to get that link in the comments description. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next one. P.S. If you're asking me for an invitation code for Manus, stop asking. Just check the live stream on this video, or when I publish it, just type Julian Goldie OpenManus on YouTube and you can get all the details right there. Appreciate it as always. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.